I'm getting married.
To who?
Miss Ava St. Clair.
Oh my gosh, Carrie, you remember that apartment in the city we signed up for years ago? It's available now. The city.
What are you talking about? You said you were okay with this, that my dream was your dream.
What are you doing? You leaving me?
No, Doug. I'm going to our apartment in the city, and I hope you join me. Hey, thanks for painting the bedroom. And that mural is amazing.
You like it?
I love it. You made me look really busty.
I may be moving out.
Don't be sorry. Roommates are a dime a dozen.
So let me just get this straight. You're gonna get rid of the apartment. We're both gonna get a baby.
That's the deal that's on the table.
Amen.
Me too.
Denelli Office Furnishings, first in Lumbar. Doug Heffernan speaking.
Have you checked your apartment in...
Bill, man, I don't know what you want from me, man. I can't help you out here. Look, you know, Carrie just walked in. I will ask her. Jeez. Carrie, this is my friend Bill. He's moving into Manhattan.
Bill who?
Bill Crispies. You got rid of that apartment like 3 weeks ago. There's definitely somebody in there by now, right?
Yeah. Somebody in there.
I told him that. Yeah, Bill, no go.
Okay, listen, do not be late for my father's wedding, okay? I need you and Deacon on the road by noon. I have to go there now because I got a lot to do, okay? I love you. Bye.
A brand new exercise bike. I'll bid $750.
Doug,
It's open.
it's locked.
Sorry. It's locked.
Open the damn door, will you?
Oh, gosh. All right, I'm coming, you princess.
I've been honking out there. Where are your pants?
Oh, wouldn't you love to know?
Why are you sitting around here drinking? We gotta get to the wedding, man.
I ain't going. Hey, come on, man. The rice-a-roni is much cheaper than the turtle wax.
What the hell is going on here?
Oh, well, let's see. I'm divorcing Carrie, and Ensign Curtis here just for the showcase showdown.
You get a divorce? I thought you guys were good now.
Yeah, well, turns out she secretly kept her little apartment in the city. Oh, Doug, I love you. Let's adopt Chinese babies together. A pack of lies or a web of lies. No, some grouping of lies.
So she kept the place, huh? Did she say why?
She doesn't even know I know, man, but it's obvious. It's her ticket out of... But you know what? I'm beating her to the punch.
You know what? All I know is I'm supposed to get you a cake and a rabbi to Poughkeepsie by force. So put your pants on.
No, I ain't going, buddy.
You're doing it, man. Don't make me carry you out of here in your drawers, man.
Don't make me here in my drawers.
You know what? Just come on. Just
No,
come.
no, wait, it's not happening, man.
Stop it. All right. Fine.
Going anywhere.
You're going.
Going
man. Oh, God. I think I accidentally touched something.
Accidentally or been planning for years?
Look, just put your pants on and get in the car.
Fine, you know what? I will get in the car. My words, you will never see pants on this body again.
Now, Dad, we have a lot of family coming today that you haven't seen in a while. So I want you to remember, no slapping anybody. Okay, Dad, last time she knocked you out, okay? Leave it alone. Leave it alone. I'm gonna go see if Ava needs anything, okay? All right.
Oh, are you okay, Mom? I know this has got to be rough seeing Arthur get married.
I'm very happy for him. Why would you say that?
Well, you've been sobbing and retching a lot lately.
No more than usual.
Greetings.
Oh, hey, Arthur, here are those place cards you wanted. The Venetian-style calligraphy you wanted was really intricate. I was up all night.
Thank you. I hope this isn't in lieu of a gift.
Congratulations on your nuptials, Arthur.
Thank you, Veronica.
Ava St. Clair. Pish posh.
That she is.
I guess I end up with someone like that. You deserve it.
You're a good loser, Veronica. The best loser I've ever known.
Thank you, Arthur.
Yo, Rabbi, over here. Yeah, I hope you don't mind us sitting in the back. I got the cake up here.
No, it's fine. It's just, do you know there's a man with no pants back here?
Oh, yeah, that's the best man. He's sleeping off a couple six-packs. Do me a favor and give him a smack, will you?
Oh, okay.
You gotta really drill him.
I'm not comfortable drilling anyone on Shabbos.
All right, I'll take care of it. Hang on.
All right, Deke. Gotta tell you, getting a little tired of that move.
There it is. Okay. Oh, you look beautiful.
Really? I'm so nervous.
Oh, you're gonna be fine.
At my last wedding, I passed out right swan. But Gerald was so understanding. Oh, God rest his soul.
That was your last husband?
Well, after the first decided from now on, only gay men.
15-minute warning. Ava, darling, that dress is delicious. You're a vision in chiffon. I can't wait to and finally have my way with you.
Right? Yeah, you know what? Just let me bridge off your shoulder. I got to fire my hips up. There we go. Get under
What's
it.
going on back there? You don't have your pants on yet?
Oh, the rabbi and I are working on it, thank you.
It's been 2 hours.
There's no why the hell didn't you take the minivan?
Kelly's got it. She doesn't like driving this car. It's too small.
Oh, great. So she gives it to her 8-foot-tall husband. Now, I can't believe you are the one getting divorced.
Hey, stop talking about divorce. Well, you guys are gonna be fine. You always work these things out. Bye, 2 pizzas later, you're back to normal.
This is different, Deke, okay? We had a commitment about our future, and she just didn't hold up her end. That's not right, is it?
Well, I certainly understand why you're upset, but I always in forgiveness.
Yeah, but is that just your God or any God?
Do you think you and I have different gods?
No. Oh, I mean, yeah, only 'cause my God is Jesus. But from what I understand, my God is the son of your God, so I'm sure they're on very good terms. They probably see each other all the time, you know, holidays, family functions. What the hell is...
To shut you up.
Don't give me your back talk. There are plenty of harpists out there who will play dueling banjos. You sent for me, darling?
Yes, Dad,
Where's Ava?
I wanna... Ava left, Dad.
What?
Yeah, she was very upset. She's very sorry, but she can't marry you.
Why?
Well, turns out Ava, like many women in show business, wanted a different kind of husband. More of a companion.
I was a wonderful companion.
Yeah. She wanted a companion who was also a choreographer. Type. A hairdresser. Type. Did also...
She wanted a black man.
Gay, Dad! God, she wanted a gay man. She thought you were gay.
That's preposterous. That's not what she wants at all.
Dad, look. This is a picture of Gerald, her last husband.
I see a normal heterosexual man leaping into the air with a parasol. How did I not notice that before?
I'm sorry, Daddy.
But I still don't understand. What did I give her the impression that I was gay? In retrospect, that was an unfortunate choice of Halloween costume.
Dad, look, I know this is hard, but we have 100 guests out there waiting for the ceremony. And tell them.
But I had my heart set on being married today. Not just my heart. I took enough Cialis for a hockey team.
The bottom line is, Dad, Ava's not coming back.
But I could be gay. I could be the gayest man the world has ever seen.
I know you could. But it's over, Dad.
What's this all about? Why are we in here?
I need to speak to you privately. What are you, a surgeon? Beat it!
So what is it?
Something marvelous has happened. I suddenly realized it's not Ava I want to marry today. It's you.
What? You want to marry me?
Yes, I'm proposing to you. I would have done it years ago, but I'm intimidating.
She dumped you, huh?
Yeah. Apparently, I'm not man enough for her. Or I'm too much man. It's all very confusing.
So now you're trying to jam me in as your second choice? Let me tell you something, Arthur. I may not be the Queen of England or even Ava St. Clair, but I deserve more than being proposed to in front of a urinal.
Look. I admit I've never shown you the respect you deserve. I was petty and vain and thought I could do better, but I realize now I can't.
Pride goeth before a fall.
Please, Veronica, I don't want to die in that basement. I'd much rather die in a ground floor apartment such as yours with you by my side.
It does sound nice.
I know we could learn to love each other.
I already love you, Arthur.
Well, then we're halfway there.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Rabbi Eli Feldman. Today, in the presence of God, we will be joining together Arthur Spooner and Ava St. Clair, two wonderful people who have found love and happiness to their spirits. Thank you. Please turn off all cell phones and pagers, and in your programs, wherever the name Ava St. Clair appears, Veronica Olchin.
Where were you?
Doug got drunk and won't put his pants on. How's it going here?
Oh, Arthur switched brides. Now he's marrying Spence's mom.
Dad, what the hell is going on?
Meet your new mother.
Darling, that's when we visit Nana in the home.
Where's my Aunt Ava?
Mom, what are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing? That you just stay there because you have to give me away?
No, I'm not giving you away. This is crazy.
Yes, this is crazy.
Brother side.
Where's my Aunt Ava?
Oh, Doug, there you are. Do you know what's going on? Ava left, and now my dad wants to marry Veronica.
That's nice.
He wants us to start. Sweetheart, I think you go down first.
Where's my Aunt Ava?
She's your Aunt Ava. Now get moving!
Dad, are you sure you want to do this? You really want to marry Veronica?
Why? You got someone better?
Wait, all right, let's just start. Piece of work, that man, right?
Yeah, well, at least he doesn't tell vicious lies to the people that love him.
What are you talking about? He does that every day. What's the matter with you?
I feel like discussing it right now.
Thanks for coming. I'm not gay. Thanks for coming. Not gay. Hello, Zachary. I'm not gay.
I can't believe you're doing this.
I love...
He's treating you like an old dish rag.
No marriage is perfect.
Okay. Is everyone set to go? Baruch atah Adonai.
Whoa. What's that?
It's a Hebrew prayer.
Why Hebrew?
Well, the original bride, Jewish, and I'm a rabbi.
Are you Jewish?
Albanian Orthodox.
What the hell is that?
It's a very nice religion.
We'll go with your thing.
Adonai, Elohim. Mazel tov!
Carrie, your phone was going off like, you got like 4 calls. Really? Oh my God, it's the adoption agency. Doug. There you are. What are you doing?
Just enjoying the smells of Poughkeepsie.
Well, I have some very exciting news. You're not going to believe it. Look at this picture. What's... Ow, I backed into a pole. That's for the insurance company. No. Who's that?
I don't know, somebody's baby.
Yeah. Our baby. Our baby.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Her name is Ming Mei. She's 4 days old. Isn't she beautiful? All right, I have to call the adoption agency and tell them that we're on the next flight out to Beijing. I can't believe I'm making this call. I mean, I've ordered Chinese before.
Carrie, we're not doing this.
What? What are you talking about?
I know about the apartment, and I know you never got rid of it.
Oh, yeah, that. Weird, huh? Look, Doug, you have every right to be upset, okay? I should have gotten rid of it a couple weeks ago, but
But what? I mean...
But I was just nervous about it.
Why? You know, but we made a deal. I quit my job for you, and I love that job.
You hated that job. You said so 1,000 times.
No, I said I hated having a job. There's a difference. The point is, I took a leap of faith for the sake of our future, and...
All right, well, I'm taking my leap of faith now.
It doesn't count now, Carrie. Now you're just leaping for the baby. Admit it, you've never taken a leap of faith for me in your whole life.
I married you. What do you call that?
Hitting the jackpot. Getting married, that's not taking a leap of faith. When you get married, you think it's gonna be great forever. Yeah, but then 10 years down the line, you finally, wow, he's fat and he's staying fat. Man, she ain't getting any nicer, is she? Smoke clears. It's just the two of us standing there, fat, mean, and naked. That's when it takes to keep going. And you didn't. I can never forget that.
Okay, Doug, so what are you saying? Are you saying we're over?
I guess I am.
Arthur, I'll make you very happy.
I'm sure you will.
Look at this picture. What's that?
I don't know, somebody's baby.
Yeah, our baby. Her name is Ming Mei. She's 4 days old. Isn't she beautiful? All right, I have to call the adoption agency and tell them that we're on the next flight out to Beijing. I can't believe I'm making this call. I mean, I've ordered Chinese before, but never a baby.
We're not doing this.
What are you talking about?
I know about the apartment, and I know you never got rid of it.
I should have gotten rid of it a couple weeks ago, but...
We made a deal. I quit my job for you, and I love that job.
You hated that job. You said so 1,000 times.
No, the point is I took a future, and you didn't.
Okay, Doug, so what are you saying? Are you saying we're over?
I guess I am.
Great shot, smile.
Oh, Arthur, I've never been so happy in my life. If our marriage ended tomorrow, I have no regrets. Holly, how are you?
Hi, Veronica. Hi, Arthur. Congratulations.
Look at you, you're pregnant.
No, I made that mistake before. She has an eating disorder.
Oh, no. Pregnant.
Oh, wonderful. So, where's your husband?
Yeah, where is he? He must have gone to the men's room.
Oh, that's where Arthur proposed to me.
Yeah, I've had that happen. Actually, it was more of a porta potty.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Carrie, congratulations.
Thank you, Lou.
It's a happy day, isn't it?
Yes, very happy day.
Hello?
Hey.
You're looking well. I like the new highlights. Okay, look, Danny, I know things got ugly between us when I moved out, and that was my fault, and I just want to say I'm sorry.
Hey, man, don't worry about it, buddy, all right?
Good. Well, now that, Arthur's marrying my mom, he's probably gonna be my bed since it's the same as hers. So I was wondering if maybe I could move back. Who's this?
This is, Sandy, my new girlfriend, roommate.
Roommate? That's great.
Yeah, I moved in last week. Oh, I had to pack up some of your stuff to make some room in the closet. Mostly magazines.
Yeah, the project about Thailand with,
Hey, Spence, congratulations.
Oh, thanks, Lou.
Happy day, isn't it?
Very happy. Do you excuse me for a second? Doug?
Spencer! Hey, buddy, party's out here. Let me just get you set up, man. Up. There you go, buddy.
Why?
Sit down,
Oh,
sit down.
God.
Hey.
What are you doing out here?
Just celebrating my freedom. Divorce?
What?
Mm-hmm. Turns out she kept her apartment in Manhattan, so split them up.
Doug, I have a confession to make. I'm the one that called the apartment.
Huh?
Yeah, I thought I was in love with her, but I realize now it was because things weren't going well at home, and now that's gone too.
You are one sweet, creepy little dude. Hey, if you want to move in with me, that's cool.
Really? You mean it?
Hell to the yeah! I know I mess with you a lot, but the truth is, I love you more than any of my other friends.
Thanks, Doug. You've always been kind of a hero to me.
I am not I'll kill you!
Okay, I didn't mean anything by it.
I know, I love you. Come on, let's wrestle.
I can't believe one moment of weakness and I lost my husband, my Ming Mei.
He really won't forgive you?
No, and who can blame him? I mean, I didn't show him the commitment he deserves, and it's just unforgivable.
Well, he's let you down lots of times.
Yeah, but nothing like this.
What about when he faked a heart attack because he forgot your boss's name?
That wasn't a big deal.
What about when he used your tax refund to buy an...
Yeah, that was my fault. I shouldn't have left the check lying around.
What about when you had to cancel your birthday trip to Paris because he was a semifinalist in a bladder bust contest?
Was it kicking the chiclets?
Folks, we have a very special treat for you tonight. Our beautiful bride is going to sing one of her hit records for us. So please welcome to the stage the very lovely and talented Ava St. Clair.
I'm not Ava St.
Cliff Robertson, but that didn't stop me from signing my meals to his hotel room. Now get up there.
So would you care for garden or Caesar?
Garden salad, please.
And would you know if there's anyone sitting there?
My husband. I mean, of course I have a husband. Look at me.
Of course. Do you know if he would like garden or Caesar?
Caesar.
I see you.
Hi, Lou.
Such a happy day.
You can lick that lollipop, mister, but you can't lick me. This is pornographic.
That's 11-4. Me. Let's go, hands and knees.
No, I'm not wrestling with you anymore. You don't respect my safe word.
It's a baby. I'm drunk. Are you?
No. Well, little.
Hey, Hall, how's it going?
Great, great. My husband just left me, and I'm about to have a baby with no job and no money, but other than that, real good.
I'm splitting up with Carrie. You want to move in with me?
Really? Oh, my God. Yes, yes.
No, wait, you said I could move in with you.
Did I? You're out. Holly's in.
I can't believe how generous you're being. I mean, honestly, I didn't even think you liked me that much.
No, truth is, I mean, I love you more than any of my other friends.
Oh, my God.
But thank you. I really needed to hear something like that right now.
Come on, let's wrestle.
Thank you very much. Now, if I can have your attention, it's time for the toast. Toasting our groom, Arthur Spooner, is his best man and son-in-law, Doug Heffernan.
Holly, have you seen Douglas?
He fell asleep when we were wrestling.
Well, at least you weren't under him when it happened. That was 6 of the most terrifying hours of my life. Spence, congratulations, you're my new best man. Now get up there and...
Feel like it, Arthur. I'm having a very rough night.
I'm your father. I command you to toast me.
I'll toast who I want, when I want. You got that, Dad?
This is...
Hey, like the way you stood up to him there.
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
You know, kind of reminded me of the way you stood up to our landlord about that.
Well, the lease clearly states when there's more than 1,000, it's his responsibility.
You see, I wouldn't have known that. Hey, did you see America's Next Top Model this week?
Yes! Oh, can you believe it came down to Marchesa and Lisi?
Ah, not so obvious who's gonna win this thing.
Duh.
Marchesa!
Marquesa, ew. Lisi's way better for couture. I'm bored.
All right, why don't you go grab your jacket? I'll be right with you. Sorry about the whole Marchesa.
It's cool.
Well, I get better take off.
Yeah. See you at the allergist.
I don't even know you that well.
I'm a crusty curmudgeon with a heart of gold. Now go!
Hi. I'll never forget the first time I met Arthur. I was sitting in the Heffernan living room watching TV. Arthur came in, and when he saw me, he begged me not to hurt him, then police.
And hello, remember that time your appendix burst and he wouldn't leave work early?
He did leave work early to go to the rodeo. That's it.
I think you'll feel better if you have a little something to eat. I'll get you my husband's prime rib.
Oh, thank you, Spence.
You know, you really had me going out there. I took a leap of faith for you. You didn't take a leap of faith for me. Do you know how many times in our marriage you have screwed me over to do what you wanted to do?
Here we go with the rodeo again. It comes to town once a year.
It wasn't just that, Doug. It was when I forgave you for everything, so you damn well better forgive me for this.
You don't tell me what I better damn well better do.
Okay. You know what? Do whatever you want to do, but let me tell you something. I love this baby, and I want her, and I am going to get her for myself.
Oh, no. I wanted a baby first, okay? So if anybody's going to get the baby, it's going to be me.
Oh, you really think so, Butch? Well, I'm on my way to China right now to get her.
Yeah, not if I get there first.
I'm going to first.
And then there was a time Arthur thought I was Eddie Murphy.
We gotta go.
Go where?
To China to get my baby. Come on. Actually, you could just drop me at the airport if you don't want to come with me.
Sure. Let's all toast Arthur Spooner, a great guy who's a little racist.
Well, then after you get back from China...
Hey, Holly, glad to see you can make it.
Well, I guess I'm back out on the street.
Seeing as you and I are in the same situation, did a place together?
Really? You mean it?
Oh, of course. I would like nothing better than... Did you forget something?
Yeah. I forgot my roommate.
But wait, you and I were gonna...
Yeah, that's not gonna work out.
You know, if things work out between us, you'll have to convert.
Of course I will. To what?
Let's just get my passport and we'll get the hell out of here.
Well, you've never been out of America. Why do you even have a passport?
I heard they still have the McRib in Canada.
Oh, hey. Off to China. Don't wait up.
Did you take my passport?
Oh, no, babe. It's still here. Somewhere.
Hello.
You found it?
Gotta admit, it was an inspired choice.
But you've never gone in that drawer your whole life. You don't even know it exists.
But Deacon does. His BLT was delicious, as is my revenge.
Doug.
Hmm.
Doug.
Oh, God! What?
So what's our end game? What are we gonna do when we land? We're gonna race through the streets of Beijing to the adoption agency?
I don't know.
Because if we have to take rickshaws, you'll lose.
No.
What happened here?
I don't know.
You know, when my mom died when I was a kid, it felt like I was nothing, you know, like I had no life. My dad did his best to be a good parent, but we couldn't. Anyway, on Sundays, he used to park on Vernon Boulevard, right on the East River. You could look across and see Manhattan. And while he was off handing out leaflets or chasing squirrels, I'd stand at the railing and I would look at the beautiful apartment buildings across the river, and I would imagine this great life that I might have someday, actually living in one of them, you know? With a fashion designer for Sergio Valente, or going to Studio 54 every night. God, I'm old. But then I grew up and reality set in and the dream got... And then I met you. And I was happy in a whole new way. I never imagined. And when I was in that apartment, I mean, I guess just dreams stick with you because I felt like Carrie, little Carrie, finally having the things she wanted back then. And at the moment, I should have given it up. I couldn't, you know, because it was like taking something away from her. You know, does that make any sense, Doug?
Yeah. It's funny to hear you say that. It's all these years, even when things were good with us, I just still sensed there was something pulling you away from me. You know, like this little voice inside saying, I want to be in Manhattan. I want to be in Manhattan. Plus, you said it out loud a lot.
I did hear that voice every day. And now I just hear her voice saying whatever Chinese babies say. And and I want her. And I want you. And that we could just put this all behind us, you know, and just be a family.
I love you, Carrie.
I love you too.
Oh, God! Let's get up! Let's gotta get up! Hi, Ming-May. Ming-May Heffernan. You know what? It works. Come on, honey, we gotta go to the airport.
Just a second.
Mommy and I are gonna take you back home to Queens. You're gonna love Queens. Has got the New York Mets. It's got, well, not a lot else, actually. Used to have Pastrami King, but they shut that down. Now it's a bookstore. Tell you, the world is a crazy place. She smiled at me. Either that or she's pooping. Maybe both. Maybe she just really enjoys
I'm pregnant.
pooping.
Yeah, I haven't felt well since I bought a pregnancy test in the drugstore in the lobby, and we're gonna have a baby.
Well, what do we do with this one?
I don't know. I think I'm having an anxiety.
Calm down. Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. I mean, look.
What means pregnant? The monkey or the dragon?
That's just decorative. Look, it came up blue. That means I'm pregnant. It must have happened in the apartment that night. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I thought the doctor said you couldn't get pregnant.
No, she said we probably couldn't. It happens all the time. When couples don't think they can get pregnant, they stop trying, and then they adopt a baby, and... Oh, God.
Carrie, you have to calm down.
I can't calm down, Doug. Yesterday, I had no husband, and 2 babies, and I'm in China. That's a lot of change for one day. What are we gonna do?
I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna fly home today, and we're gonna start our new life as parents. Beautiful, wonderful children with very different shaped eyes. Everything's gonna be fine. Just trust me. Everything's gonna be fine.
It didn't work out.
The air in the city always felt different, a mixture of ambition and the scent of expensive coffee that seemed to promise a life Doug Heffernan wasn't sure he was ready for. It started with a simple announcement, the kind that changed lives in an instant. Arthur Spooner, with his typical flair for the dramatic, had declared his intentions. He was getting married. The lucky woman was Miss Ava St. Clair. It seemed like a whirlwind, a final act of romance for a man who lived his life in a constant state of theatrical indignation. But for Doug and Carrie, the marriage of her father was only the beginning of a much larger shift. Years ago, in a moment of shared dreaming, they had signed up for an apartment in the heart of Manhattan. It was a whim, a what if that they had both tucked away in the back of their minds. Then, the call came. The apartment was available. Oh my gosh, Carrie, you remember that apartment in the city we signed up for years ago? Doug had asked, his voice a mix of disbelief and budding excitement. Carrie had nodded, her eyes wide. Uh-huh. It's available now, he said, the weight of the statement hanging between them. But dreams have a way of colliding with reality. Decisions were made, promises were whispered in the quiet hours of the night. Doug thought they were on the same page. He thought they had reached an agreement about their future, about staying put, about the life they had built in Queens. So when he saw the boxes, when he saw the look in her eyes, the confusion set in like a cold fog. What are you talking about? Doug asked, his heart sinking. You said you were okay with this, that my dream was your dream. What are you doing? You leaving me? No, Dad, Carrie replied, though the words were directed more at the situation than a person. I'm going to our apartment in the city, and I hope you join me. The transition was messy. There were murals painted in bedrooms, murals that Doug actually liked, despite the exaggerated features Carrie had given herself. You like it? She had asked. I love it, he replied. You made me look really busty. It was a moment of levity in a sea of uncertainty. But the reality of their living situation was crumbling. Roommates were discussed, moving out was mentioned. Don't be sorry, Doug told her, trying to keep his pride intact. Roommates are a dime a dozen. The tension reached a boiling point over a deal. A deal involving a life-changing addition to their family. Let me just get this straight, Doug said, trying to process the terms. You're going to get rid of the apartment. Bob, we're both going to get a baby. That's the deal that's on the table. Doug took the breath. I'm in. Life continued at its frantic pace. At Dinelli Office Furnishings, located at First and Lombard, Doug answered the phones with his usual weary professionalism. Doug Heffernan speaking. But his mind was elsewhere. It was on the apartment. It was on the secret he suspected Carrie was keeping. His friend Bill Hill called, looking for a place in Manhattan. Bill, man, I don't know what you want from me, Doug told him, frustration bubbling over. I can't help you out here. Look, you know, Carrie just walked in. I will ask her. He turned to Carrie, the suspicion gnawing at him. You got rid of that apartment like 3 weeks ago. There's definitely somebody in there by now, right? Yeah, buddy, I'm in, he told Bill, though the light tasted like ash. Yeah, Bill, no go. Carrie, oblivious to his inner turmoil, was focused on the logistics of her father's big day. Okay, listen, do not be late for my father's wedding, okay? I need you and Deacon on the road by noon. I have to go there now because I got a lot to do, okay? I love you. Bye. But Doug wasn't going. He was sitting in his living room, surrounded by the ghosts of their promises, nursing a drink in his wounded pride. When Deacon arrived, honking the horn and eventually storming inside, he found a man who had given up on pants and social obligations. Open the damn door, will you? Deacon shouted. All right, I'm coming, you princess, Doug muttered, finally unlocking the door. Deacon stared at him. Where are your pants? Why are you sitting around here drinking? We gotta get to the wedding, man. I ain't going, Doug said flatly. Hey, come on, man. The rice-a-roni is much cheaper than the turtle wax, Deacon joked, trying to lighten the mood, but the confusion on his face was real. What the hell is going on here? Oh, well, let's see, Doug began, his voice dripping with sarcasm. I'm divorcing Carrie and Ensign Curtis here just for the showcase showdown. Divorce? I thought you guys were good now, Deacon said, shocked. Yeah, well, turns out she secretly kept her little apartment in the city, Doug revealed. Oh, Doug, I love you. Let's adopt Chinese babies together. A pack of lies or a web of lies? Some group of lies. So she kept the place, huh? Did she say why? She doesn't even know I know, man, but it's obvious. It's her ticket out of. You know what? I'm beating her to the punch. Deacon wasn't having it. All I know is I'm supposed to get you a cake and a rabbi to tipsy by 4, so put your pants on. No, I ain't going, buddy. You're doing it, man. Don't make me carry you out of here in your drawers, man. After a struggle that involved a lot of shouting and a refusal to wear trousers, Doug finally agreed to go, albeit with a final protest. My words, you will never see pants on this body again. Meanwhile, at the wedding venue, Carrie was trying to manage the chaos of her father. Now, Dad, we have a lot of family coming today that you haven't seen in a while. So I want you to remember, no slapping anybody. Okay, Dad, last time she knocked you out, okay? Leave it alone. She checked on Arthur's mother, who seemed to be in a state of perpetual distress. Are you okay, Mom? I know this has got to be rough seeing Arthur get married. I'm very happy for him, her mother replied, though the sobbing and retching suggested otherwise. Arthur Spooner, ever the eccentric, was busy admiring the Venetian-style calligraphy on the place cards. Greetings. Oh, hey, Arthur. Here are those place cards you wanted. It was really intricate. I was up all night. Thank you. I hope this isn't in lieu of a gift, Arthur remarked. Veronica Alkin, a longtime fixture in their lives, offered her congratulations. Congratulations on your nuptials, Arthur. Ava St. Clair. Pish posh, Arthur replied. I guess I owe it up with someone like that. You deserve it. You're a good loser, Veronica. The best loser I've ever known, Arthur added, with his unique brand of backhanded kindness. Outside, the minivan arrived with a pantsless Doug and a very frustrated Deacon. Yo, Rabbi, over here, Deacon called out. Hey, I hope you don't mind sitting in the back. I got the cake up here. The rabbi looked into the back seat and paused. Did you know there's a man with no pants back here? Oh, yeah, that's the best man, Deacon explained. He's sleeping off a couple six-packs. Do me a favor and give him a smack, will you? I'm not comfortable drilling anyone on Shabbos, the rabbi replied. Inside the dressing room, Ava St. Clair was a bundle of nerves. Oh, you look beautiful, Carrie assured her. I'm so nervous, Ava whispered. At my last wedding, I passed out right on. But Gerald was so understanding. Oh, God rest his soul. That was your last husband? Carrie asked. Yeah. Well, after the first jerk decided, from now on, only gay men. The 15-minute warning was called. Arthur entered, beaming. But darling, that dress is delicious. You're a vision in chiffon. I can't wait to finally have my way with you. But the wedding was destined for a detour. Minutes before the ceremony, the news broke. Ava had left. She couldn't go through with it. Ava left, Dad, Carrie told her father gently. What? Arthur was stunned. Yeah, she was very upset. She's very sorry, but she can't marry you. Turns out Ava, like many women in show business, wanted a different kind of husband. More of a companion. A choreographer type. A hairdresser type. She wanted a black man? Arthur asked, confused. Gay, Dad. She wanted a gay man. She thought you were gay. That's preposterous. Arthur shouted. I see a normal heterosexual man leaping into the air with a parasol in Gerald's picture. How did I not notice that before? Arthur was devastated, but he was also practical. He had taken medication for the wedding night, and he didn't want the day to go to waste. In a move only Arthur Spooner could pull off, he turned his attention to the best loser he knew. He proposed to Veronica Alkin in front of a urinal. I suddenly realized it's not Ava I want to marry today, it's you, Arthur declared. She dumped you, huh? Veronica asked, unimpressed. I admit I've never shown you the respect you deserve, Arthur pleaded. I was petty and vain and thought I could do better, but I realize now I can't. Please, Veronica, I don't want to die in that basement. I'd much rather die in a ground-floor apartment such as yours with you by my side. I already love you, Arthur, Veronica admitted. And so, the ceremony began with a new bride. Rabbi Eli Feldman stood before the guests. Today, in the presence of God, we will be joining together Arthur Spooner and, wherever the name Ava St. Clair appears, Veronica Alkin. Doug arrived, still pantsless and bitter. Where were you? Carrie hissed. I got drunk and wounded his pants, Doug replied. The ceremony was a blur of Albanian Orthodox confusion and Hebrew prayers. But then, Carrie's phone went off. It was the call they had been waiting for. The adoption agency. Doug, there you are. Carrie cried out, finding him outside. I have some very exciting news. Look at this picture. Her name is Ming Mei. She's 4 days old. Isn't she beautiful? I have to call the adoption agency and tell them that we're on the next flight out to Beijing. But Doug didn't move. The joy in Carrie's voice felt like a sharp contrast to the weight in his chest. Carrie, we're not doing this. What? What are you talking about? I know about the apartment, and I know you never got rid of it. Carrie's face fell. Oh, yeah, that. Weird, huh? Look, Doug, you have every right to be upset. I should have gotten rid of it a couple weeks ago, but I was just nervous about us. But we made a deal, Doug said, his voice cracking. I quit my job for you. I took a leap of faith for the sake of our future. All right, well, I'm taking my leap of faith now, Carrie argued. It doesn't count now, Carrie. Now you're just leaping for the baby. Admit it, you've never taken a leap of faith for me in your whole life. I married you. What do you call that? Hitting the jackpot, Doug retorted. Getting married, that's not taking a leap of faith. When you get married, you think it's gonna be great forever. Yeah, but then 10 years down the line, you finally realize. Wow, he's fat, and he's staying fat. Man, she ain't getting any nicer, is she? The smoke clears, and it's just the two of us standing there, fat, mean, and naked. That's when it takes a leap of faith to keep going. And you didn't. I can never forget that. The silence that followed was heavier than any argument they had ever had. Okay, Doug, Carrie whispered. So what are you saying? Are you saying we're over, or? Doug looked at the woman he had loved for over a decade, the woman who was holding a picture of their future while clinging to a piece of her past. I guess I am, Doug said, the words feeling like a finality he never thought he would voice. I guess I am. The sun was shining over the city, but inside the heart of the Heffernan household, a storm was brewing. It all started with a simple announcement that felt like a seismic shift. Arthur Spooner, with his usual flair for the dramatic, had declared his intentions. I am getting married, he had said with a twinkle in his eye that suggested he had finally found his match. The bride-to-be was Miss Ava St. Clair, a name that sounded like it belonged to a movie star from a bygone era. For Carrie, it was another whirlwind in the life of her father, but for Doug, it was the beginning of a day that would change everything. Years ago, in a different lifetime it seemed, Doug and Carrie had signed up for an apartment in the city. It was a dream they shared, or at least a dream Doug thought they shared. Now, that apartment was available. The news hit Doug like a physical blow. He remembered the conversations, the promises, and the shared vision of a life in Manhattan. But as he looked at Carrie, he saw something else. He saw a secret she had been keeping, a safety net she wasn't ready to let go of. What are you talking about? Doug asked, his voice thick with a mix of confusion and rising hurt. You said you were okay with this, that my dream was your dream. What are you doing? You leaving me? Carrie's response was swift but lacked the conviction Doug needed. No, Dad, she said, her focus shifting. I am going to our apartment in the city, and I hope you join me. The apartment was a symbol of a future that felt increasingly fragile. Doug had spent time there, even painting the bedroom to make it feel like home. He had painted a mural, one that Carrie loved despite its slightly exaggerated features. You made me look really busty, she had remarked with a laugh. But the laughter was thin. There were whispers of moving out, of roommates being a dime a dozen. The reality of their situation was a negotiation. Bob and the others were talking about babies. That was the deal on the table. A baby for an apartment. I am in, Doug had decided. That was it. Doug was back at work, sitting at his desk at Dinelli Office Furnishings. First and Lumbar, Doug Heffernan speaking, he said into the phone, his mind miles away. A friend named Bill Hill was calling, looking for a place in Manhattan. Bill had heard about the apartment. But Doug was firm. Carrie just walked in, he told Bill, trying to maintain a facade of normalcy. You got rid of that apartment like 3 weeks ago. There is definitely somebody in there by now, right? He checked with Carrie, but the answer was a hollow confirmation. Yeah, Bill, no go. The day of the wedding arrived, and the air was thick with tension. Carrie was in a rush, barking orders as she always did when she was stressed. Do not be late for my father's wedding, okay? I need you and Deacon on the road by noon. She loved him, she said, but the words felt like they were being tossed over her shoulder as she ran out the door. At the house, Deacon arrived to find Doug in a state of disarray. The door was locked, and Arthur was outside honking like a madman. "Open the damn door, will you?" Arthur shouted. Doug finally let them in, but he was without his pants and holding a drink. "Why are you sitting around here drinking?" Deacon asked, concerned. "We gotta get to the wedding, man." But Doug was done. "I ain't going," he declared. "I am divorcing Carrie and Ensign Curtis here just for the showcase showdown." Deacon was stunned. "Divorce? I thought you guys were good now." But Doug had discovered the truth. She had secretly kept her little apartment in the city. It was a web of lies, or a pack of lies, or some group of lies. To Doug, it was her ticket out, her backup plan in case he wasn't enough. He was determined to beat her to the punch. But Deacon wasn't having it. "Put your pants on," he ordered. "Don't make me carry you out of here in your drawers, man." After a struggle that involved a few accidental touches and a lot of stubbornness, Doug finally agreed to go, though he vowed never to wear pants again. The wedding venue was a buzz of activity. Carrie was trying to manage her father, reminding him not to slap anyone. Arthur was preoccupied with the details, including the Venetian-style calligraphy for the place cards. He met Veronica, Spence's mother, who was acting as a bridesmaid or perhaps just a witness to the chaos. "You're a good loser, Veronica," Arthur told her with his characteristic lack of tact. "The best loser I have ever known." In the back of the venue, things were even more surreal. Deacon was trying to deal with a pantless, drunken Doug while the rabbi looked on in confusion. "Did you know there is a man with no pants back here?" the rabbi asked. Deacon explained it was the best man, sleeping off a couple six-packs. The rabbi wasn't comfortable drilling anyone on Shabbos, so Deacon had to handle Doug himself. Inside the dressing room, the bride-to-be, Ava St. Clair, was a bundle of nerves. This was her last wedding, she claimed, after a string of gay husbands. But as the 15-minute warning sounded, disaster struck. Ava left. She couldn't go through with it. It turned out she wanted a companion who was also a choreographer or a hairdresser. She wanted a gay man, and she had mistakenly thought Arthur fit the bill. Arthur was devastated. "But I had my heart set on being married today," he lamented. "I took enough Cialis for a hockey team." He even offered to be gay, the gayest man the world has ever seen, just to make it work. But it was over. That is, until he saw Veronica. In a moment of sudden realization, he proposed to her right there in the bathroom. "I realize now I can't do better," he admitted. "Please, Veronica, I don't want to die in that basement." Veronica, who had loved him all along, agreed. "We're halfway there," Arthur said. The ceremony began with Rabbi Eli Feldman, who had to quickly adjust the program from Ava St. Clair to Veronica Alkin. The guests were confused, especially Spence, who was watching his mother marry Arthur Spooner. Doug and Carrie were also there, though the tension between them was palpable. Doug was still reeling from the apartment discovery, and Carrie was trying to keep it together. Just as the rabbi began the Hebrew prayer, Carrie's phone started ringing. It was the adoption agency. They had a baby for them. A little girl named Ming Mei, only 4 days old. Carrie was ecstatic, showing Doug the picture. "Isn't she beautiful?" she asked, her voice filled with hope. "We're on the next flight out to Beijing." But for Doug, the beauty of the baby couldn't mask the cracks in their foundation. "Carrie, we're not doing this," he said quietly. He confronted her about the apartment. "I know you never got rid of it." Carrie tried to explain her nervousness, her need for a safety net. But Doug felt betrayed. He had taken a leap of faith for their future, quitting his job, and he felt she hadn't done the same. The argument escalated as they stood on the outskirts of the wedding. "I married you," Carrie cried. "What do you call that?" Doug looked at her, his heart heavy. "Hitting the jackpot," he replied. "Getting married isn't a leap of faith. When you get married, you think it's going to be great forever. It's 10 years down the line, when the smoke clears and you see each other for who you really are, fat, mean, and naked, that's when it takes a leap of faith to keep going. And you didn't. The words hung in the air, cold and final. Are you saying we're over? Carrie asked, her voice trembling. Doug looked at the woman he had loved for so long, the woman who had kept a part of herself hidden away just in case he failed her. I guess I am, he whispered. I guess I am. The wedding of Arthur and Veronica continued in the background, a strange celebration of second chances and unexpected turns. But for Doug and Carrie, the future was no longer a shared dream. It was a vast, uncertain landscape, and the leap of faith they once talked about seemed further away than ever. As the sun began to set, the echoes of the ceremony faded, leaving behind two people standing on the edge of a life they no longer recognized, wondering if the love they had was ever enough to bridge the distance between them. The air in the room was thick with the scent of old memories and the sudden, sharp electricity of a life-changing decision. Arthur Spooner stood there, his voice trembling with a mixture of disbelief and a strange, newfound hope. He announced to anyone within earshot that he was getting married. The question followed almost immediately, echoing the confusion of those around him. To who? The answer came with a flourish of his hands as if he were presenting a royal guest. Miss Ava St. Clair. It was a name that sounded like it belonged in a black and white movie, full of elegance and mystery. Amidst the chaos of wedding preparations, another conversation was unfolding, one that carried the weight of years of shared dreams. Doug Heffernan looked at Carrie, his eyes searching hers for a sign of recognition. He asked her if she remembered that apartment in the city, the one they had signed up for so many years ago. It was a small space, a dream tucked away in the corner of their minds. He told her it was available now. Carrie, however, was bewildered. She asked what he was talking about, reminding him that he had said he was okay with everything, that his dream was her dream. She watched him with a growing sense of dread, asking if he was leaving her. Doug shook his head, his voice soft but firm. He told her he was going to their apartment in the city, and he expressed a quiet hope that she would eventually join him there. The transition to the new space was marked by small moments of beauty. Doug thanked someone for painting the bedroom, noting that the mural was amazing. He asked if they liked it, and receiving an enthusiastic yes, he joked about how the artist had made certain features look rather busty. But the reality of change was never far away. He mentioned that he might be moving out, but he told them not to be sorry, observing that roommates were a dime a dozen in this world. There was a deal on the table, one that involved getting rid of the apartment because, as Bob pointed out, they were both going to get a baby. Doug agreed, stating simply that he was in. He found himself at Dinelli Office Furnishings, located at First and Lombard. Speaking into the phone, he identified himself as Doug Heffernan. A voice on the other end asked if he had checked his apartment. He spoke to a man named Bill, expressing his frustration. He told Bill he did not know what was wanted from him and that he could not help out. When Carrie walked in, Doug told Bill he would ask her. He introduced Bill as his friend moving into Manhattan, Bill Hill, also known as Bill Crispy. Carrie reminded him that they had got rid of that apartment like 3 weeks ago and that surely someone else must be in there by now. Doug confirmed it, telling Bill it was a no-go. The pressure of the day began to mount. Carrie warned Doug not to be late for her father's wedding. She needed him and Deacon on the road by noon. She had to leave then because she had a lot to do. She told him she loved him and said goodbye. Doug, left to his own devices, mentioned a brand new neck exercise and said he would be at a certain place. Soon, the sound of a locked door became a barrier. Doug called out that it was open, but someone outside insisted it was locked. He apologized and finally opened it, calling the person a princess. Deacon stood there, complaining about how long he had been honking. He asked Doug where his pants were. Doug, in a defiant mood, told him he would love to know. Deacon wondered why Doug was sitting around drinking when they had to get to the wedding. Doug declared that he was not going. Deacon tried to reason with him, making a nonsensical comparison about rice and turtle wax. Doug finally spilled the truth. He claimed he was divorcing Carrie. Deacon was shocked, thinking they were doing well. Doug explained that it turned out she had secretly kept her little apartment in the city. He mocked her words about adopting Chinese babies together, calling it a pack of lies or a web of lies. He felt it was her ticket out, and he decided he was beating her to the punch. Deacon, trying to stay focused on his duties, reminded Doug he had to get a cake and a rabbi by 4 o'clock. He told Doug to put his pants on. Doug refused, but Deacon threatened to carry him out in his drawers. After a brief struggle, Doug accidentally touched something, leading to a debate about whether it was truly an accident or something planned for years. Finally, Doug agreed to get in the car, but he vowed that his friend would never see pants on his body again. At the wedding venue, Carrie was trying to manage her father, Arthur. She reminded him that family members were coming and pleaded with him not to slap anybody. She recalled the last time someone had knocked him out. She went to check on Ava. Meanwhile, Arthur's mother was there, looking rough. Carrie asked if she was okay, knowing it must be hard to see Arthur get married. The mother insisted she was happy for him, despite Carrie's observation that she had been sobbing and retching lately. Arthur arrived with place cards featuring Venetian-style calligraphy. He thanked Veronica, hoping the effort was not in lieu of a gift. Veronica congratulated him on his nuptials. Arthur looked at Ava St. Clair and remarked on her beauty. Veronica told him he deserved it, and Arthur called her a good loser, the best he had ever known. Deacon, meanwhile, was dealing with the rabbi. He asked the rabbi to sit in the back because the cake was in the front. The rabbi noticed a man with no pants in the back. Deacon explained it was the best man, sleeping off a couple of 6-packs, and asked the rabbi to smack him. The rabbi declined, saying he was not comfortable drilling anyone on Shabbos. Deacon took care of it himself, waking Doug up. In the dressing room, Ava was nervous. Carrie reassured her, but Ava recalled her last wedding where she had passed out. She mentioned her last husband, Gerald, was very understanding before he passed away. She revealed that after her first husband, she had decided only to marry gay men from then on. A 15-minute warning was issued. Arthur entered, praising Ava's dress and calling her a vision in chiffon. He made a suggestive comment, and then noticed Doug in the back. He asked why Doug did not have his pants on yet. Doug and the rabbi were working on it. As they drove, Doug complained about the small car. He told Deacon he was getting divorced. Deacon urged him to stop talking about it, believing they would work it out. Doug insisted this was different. He felt Carrie had not held up her end of their commitment. He and Deacon had a confusing conversation about their respective gods, with Doug concluding that their gods probably saw each other at family functions. Back at the venue, Carrie realized Ava had left. She had to tell her father. Arthur was devastated. Carrie explained that Ava wanted a different kind of husband, a companion who was a choreographer or a hairdresser type. Arthur was confused, asking if she wanted a black man. Carrie clarified that she wanted a gay man. She showed him a picture of Gerald, which Arthur now realized showed a man leaping with a parasol. Arthur desperately suggested he could be the gayest man in the world, but Carrie told him it was over. In a surprising turn, Arthur pulled Veronica into a private room. He proposed to her, admitting he should have done it years ago. Veronica was hesitant, feeling like a second choice, but Arthur confessed he didn't want to die alone in a basement. He promised they could learn to love each other. Veronica admitted she already loved him. The ceremony began with Rabbi Eli Feldman. He announced the union of Arthur Spooner and Veronica Alkin, asking guests to change the name in their programs. Doug arrived, still struggling with his attire. Carrie was shocked by the change in brides. Arthur told her to meet her new mother. The ceremony proceeded with some confusion over the religious rites, as Veronica was Albanian Orthodox. Suddenly, Carrie's phone rang. It was the adoption agency. She found Doug outside and showed him a picture of a baby girl named Ming Mei. She was 4 days old. Carrie was ecstatic, talking about flying to Beijing. But Doug stopped her. He told her he knew about the apartment. Carrie admitted she had kept it because she was nervous about their future. Doug was deeply hurt. He had quit his job for her, taking a leap of faith. He told her that getting married was easy when everything was great. But the real leap of faith happened 10 years down the line when the smoke cleared and you were both just standing there, older and flawed. He felt she hadn't taken that leap for him. When Carrie asked if they were over, Doug sadly admitted that he guessed they were. It was a moment of profound honesty, a realization that the path forward required a trust that had been broken, leaving them both to wonder what would come next in the quiet aftermath of the wedding that changed everything. The air in the city felt different that morning, carrying a weight of expectations and the scent of long-awaited dreams. Arthur Spooner stood tall, his voice resonating with a newfound purpose as he announced to anyone within earshot that he was getting married. The lucky lady was Miss Ava St. Clair, a name that seemed to carry its own melody. It was a moment of grand transitions. Carrie remembered the apartment in the city, the one they had signed up for so many years ago. It felt like a lifetime had passed since then, but suddenly, the news arrived that it was finally available. It was a dream deferred, now standing right in front of them. However, dreams can sometimes be complicated when they are shared between two people. Doug felt the shift in the wind. He questioned the sudden change, reminding Carrie of their agreement. He had believed her when she said his dream was her dream, but now, the landscape was shifting. He wondered if she was leaving him, but she reassured him that it was not about leaving, but about moving toward that apartment in the city, hoping he would join her on this new path. The transition was marked by small gestures and significant changes. Someone had painted the bedroom, creating an amazing mural that captured a certain spirit. It was a space transformed, much like their lives. But as one door opened, another seemed to tremble on its hinges. Doug found himself contemplating the possibility of moving out. He told himself that roommates were a dime a dozen, trying to mask the sting of a potential separation. The deal on the table was complex. To get rid of the apartment meant embracing a new life together, one that included a baby. Bob and Carrie were at a crossroads, and the stakes were higher than ever. Doug, ever the hard-working man at Dinelli Office Furnishings, located at First and Lombard, answered the phone with his usual professional greeting, but his mind was elsewhere. Questions about the apartment lingered like smoke in a crowded room. His friend Bill Hill was looking to move into Manhattan, asking about the space they had once cherished. Carrie had mentioned getting rid of that apartment 3 weeks ago, assuming someone else had already claimed it. But the truth was more tangled. Amidst the chaos of moving and life changes, there was a wedding to attend. Carrie was firm about the timing, insisting that Doug and Deacon be on the road by noon for her father's big day. She had a lot to do and expressed her love before rushing off, leaving Doug in a state of undress and contemplation. When Deacon arrived, he found the door locked. After some persistence, Doug finally opened it, though he was missing a vital piece of clothing, his pants. He sat there, lost in thought and perhaps a few drinks, refusing to head to the wedding. He spoke of divorce, a word that felt heavy and jagged in the air. He had discovered that Carrie had secretly kept her apartment in the city, a secret stash of independence that felt like a betrayal of their plan to adopt a baby together. To Doug, it felt like a web of lies, a ticket for her to escape their shared life whenever things got difficult. Deacon, ever the voice of reason, tried to nudge him toward the car. He reminded Doug that he was supposed to provide a cake and a rabbi by 4 o'clock. Despite the heartbreak, the show had to go on. After a bit of a struggle and a humorous exchange involving a lack of pants, Doug finally agreed to get in the car, though he vowed in his frustration that the world would never see him in pants again. Meanwhile, at the wedding venue, preparations were in full swing. Arthur was being reminded of the social graces, specifically the rule about not slapping the guests. The atmosphere was thick with history and unspoken emotions. Veronica was there, watching Arthur prepare for another trip down the aisle. There was a sense of irony in the air as Arthur thanked her for being a good loser. But the real surprise was yet to come. Behind the scenes, the bride, Ava St. Clair, was feeling the pressure. She revealed a secret of her own. She had a history of marrying men who were more like companions than romantic partners. In a sudden turn of events, she decided she could not go through with the marriage. The news hit hard. Arthur was devastated, his heart set on being married that day. He even considered changing his entire personality to fit what he thought Ava wanted. But the reality was that Ava was gone. In a moment of desperation and perhaps a sudden clarity, Arthur turned to Veronica. He proposed to her right there, near the most unromantic of places. He admitted his past vanity and realized that he did not want to spend his life alone in a basement. Veronica, who had loved him all along, accepted, and the wedding was back on, albeit with a different bride. As the ceremony began with Rabbi Eli Feldman, the world seemed to tilt once more. Doug arrived, still reeling from the discovery of the secret apartment. The air was filled with the sounds of a Hebrew prayer, a nod to the original plan, though the new couple came from a different background. Amidst the solemnity, Carrie's phone began to ring incessantly. It was the call they had been waiting for, the adoption agency. Doug and Carrie found a moment of quiet away from the crowd. Carrie was beaming, showing him a picture of a beautiful 4-day-old baby girl named Ming Mei. She was ready to hop on the next flight to Beijing, her heart full of hope. But Doug was still anchored by the weight of the secret apartment. He confronted her, expressing his hurt. He had taken a leap of faith for her, quitting the job he loved to build a future she wanted, but he felt she had kept a foot out the door. They stood there, facing the raw truth of their marriage. Doug spoke of the reality of long-term commitment, the moment when the initial magic fades and you are left with the person they truly are. He felt that keeping the apartment was a sign that she had not truly committed to him. The tension was palpable as they neared a breaking point, a moment where the future of their family hung in the balance. It was a story of love, mistakes, and the difficult beauty of a leap of faith. In the end, the journey to Mingmei was not just about a flight to a distant land, but about the long, winding road they traveled together, learning to navigate the complexities of the heart.